Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock.
7th Street Productions, 31 Days of Halloween.
Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome back to 7th Street, and welcome to 7th Street Productions, 31 Days of Halloween, where you know what we're doing. We're counting down my personal favorite 31 horror films of all time. Have I mentioned on this channel that I love Lucio Fulci? Did I mention that in the last video, how much I love Lucio Fulci? I love Lucio Fulci. So of course, at the number 15 spot, I have another Lucio Fulci film, and it is my personal favorite in the Gates of Hell trilogy, which is the first one, The Gates of Hell. Yeah, I do like this one more than I like The Beyond. For the longest time, I had kind of always agreed with the masses that The Beyond was the superior film in the series. I've come to change my mind. I think that The Beyond, when it's good, it's phenomenal. But the Gates of Hell is consistently great, I think, throughout. I like the cinematography more in The Gates of Hell. There are a lot more vast, kind of sweeping shots of the town, like with the windstorm and the dust kind of rolling through, and it's such a pretty film. You know, if you have a larger TV like I do, I've got a 50-inch 4K. If you do have a larger TV in high def resolution, I think you might agree with me that The Gates of Hell is better. It's visually more appealing. I did reference this film on this movie that goes over the plot a little bit more. I would recommend checking that video out. The plot is very convoluted. It very much operates off of Fulci dream logic, and it's really just kind of like a story of vignettes. You know, the gates of hell are opening because a priest hung himself, and now we're in the town of Dunwich, and we follow all the crazy things that happen, like women puking up their guts and ripping their boyfriend's scalp off, dead older sisters rising from the grave and peering through their little brother's window. Oh, and Giovanni Lombardo Radici fucking a blow-up doll in an abandoned house are some of the main highlights.
Don't be upset.
Upset? Who's upset?
Yeah, it's just a very visually appealing film. Some of the best gore effects, I think, from Italian splatter cinema, in my opinion, obviously. But, I mean, like, the puke gut scene just looks great. It always looks, it always looks real to me. It wasn't until, like, the last year, you know, because I watch this movie all the fucking time, but that I realized that a lot of the close-ups of the guts coming out of her mouth, it's actually a dummy. But the dummy looks really, really good. The only way you can tell is by looking at the teeth. It's, you know, the color is like a little off. I don't know. The effects in this movie are just great. The zombies are actually scary. And the story is not one where you're sitting around critiquing the script or some of, like, you know, the inconsistencies in logic or how anything works, just because it's sort of like a nightmare, you know? So, oh boy, is this a must-watch? Is Fulci's The Gates of Hell a must-watch? That's a great question. If you're a Fulci fan, you've already seen it. If you're a zombie fan, I would say it's a must-watch. It's highly recommended.